Let's dive right into this explainer, shall we? Welcome to the Fitting Room Survival Guide. If you work in local commerce and interact with English-speaking customers, you already know that the fitting room is where the real magic and, let's be honest, the real stress actually happens. Today, we're taking the essential grammar and vocabulary from Session 10 of our A1 English for Local Commerce course, but we are tossing out the textbook. Instead, we're going to look at this entirely through the lens of a real, live customer interaction.
So, tell me, have you ever lost a sale simply because of a translation error? Man, it's just the worst feeling, isn't it? And look, this happens all the time to English learners. A customer asks a simple question, you absolutely know the product is perfect for them, but the words just get all tangled up in your head. Well, don't worry about it, because today we're going to arm you with the exact grammar superpowers you need to keep your international customers happy, comfortable, and most importantly, ready to buy.
Section 1. Directing the customer. Okay, we're going to follow a real-life customer journey here, starting with Step 1, guiding your shopper to the actual testing area. This is all about those crucial first impressions, right? Making the customer feel totally taken care of right from the jump. Instead of just kind of pointing silently, these phrases allow you to confidently guide them by saying, "The fitting rooms are over there," or you can easily point out the mirror with a perfectly natural, "The mirror is behind you." We've also got, "You can try it on here." And that incredibly helpful question, "Would you like a different size?" Literally, just memorizing these 4 phrases gives you absolute control over navigating your store's physical space.
Moving right along to Section 2, Fit versus Suit.
So, as the customer evaluates the item, we run into a classic dilemma. English splits a very common concept into 2 totally different verbs once the clothes are actually on the body. While you might be used to using just one general word for both situations, English is highly specific. The verb to fit relates strictly to size and shape. So if you want to say it's their exact size, you say, "It fits you perfectly." But on the flip side, to suit relates to style or color. If you want to tell a customer it looks great on them stylistically, you say, "That color suits you." You've got to remember, a shirt can fit perfectly around the shoulders, but maybe that bright yellow color just doesn't suit them at all.
Next up, Section 3, the plural pronoun trap.
Let's jump to that exact moment you physically hand the clothes to the customer. This is where you face the single most dangerous trap for language learners. I call it the plural pronoun trap, and honestly, it catches people out every single day on the sales floor. Here's the deal. For singular items, think a shirt, a dress, a hat, or a coat, you always use it. You tell the customer, "Try it on," or you ask, "Does it fit?" But here's where it gets super tricky. Trousers, jeans, shoes, glasses, for these, you must use them. You tell the customer, "Try them on." Listen, even if you think of a pair of pants as a single clothing item in your head, in English, trousers and jeans are absolutely always plural. No exceptions. You would never ask, "Does it fit?" for jeans. You've got to ask, "Do they fit?" and use them as the object when handing them over. Try them on.
Let's actually look at this in action. These jeans are too long. Try these ones. They are shorter. The crucial takeaway here is to always pair words like jeans and trousers with plural verbs like are, and plural pronouns like them or these. If you can just repeat this pattern in your head, you will completely avoid the plural trap on the sales floor.
All right, Section 4, identifying sizing problems.
So the customer steps out of the fitting room. They look at themselves in the mirror and something just isn't right. This brings us to diagnosing the problem. When a product isn't right, English speakers use the word to right before an adjective. I want you to think of the word to as your immediate red flag. Whenever you hear it, it means an item is excessively something. It's a crystal clear signal that the customer is unhappy with the current fit and that you need to jump in and help immediately.
Here is exactly what you should be listening for. It's our problem list. A garment might be too big or too small. Pay really special attention to too tight, meaning the fit is restricted, versus too loose, meaning it's baggy. And of course, for trousers or dresses, you've got too long and too short. You really need to listen closely for these specific combinations so you know exactly how to fix the issue. I mean, if you hear them say too tight, you instantly know to go grab the next size up, right?
Which brings us to our final act, Section 5, Saving the Sale.
We have reached the climax of our interaction. The customer has tried the product, they've identified an issue, and now the ball is completely in your court. You need to ask the right questions to pivot and save this transaction. After they test the product, whatever you do, don't just stand there waiting in silence. Use the present simple to proactively ask for their opinion, asking,
"How is it?" or "How does it feel?" shows that you are engaged, you're attentive, and you are ready to assist. It practically invites the customer to share that too big or too small feedback we just talked about. You can also be a bit more specific by asking, "Is the size okay?" Oh, and keep in mind, your vocabulary needs to change based on what you're actually testing. We use try on for clothes, but test or try out for a device. So if you happen to be selling electronics or tools instead of clothes, does it work is your golden question.
And here it is, the ultimate secret weapon. This is our alternative tip straight from the source material. If the customer says it's too small, you don't just awkwardly say, "Oh, sorry," and walk away. No way. You use this exact phrase, "Let me check, I think I have a bigger size." Meaning, "Let me look around, I think I have a larger option for you." Guys, this is your ultimate grammar bridge. It takes a negative situation, a bad fit, and keeps the momentum going, giving you a real chance to secure that sale.
So, the big question is, are you ready to use these English superpowers on the retail floor today? Because by turning these simple grammar rules, like knowing exactly when to say suit instead of fit, dodging that sneaky plural trap with jeans, and keeping your ears peeled for the word too, into a structured customer journey, you're doing way more than just speaking a language. You now have the practical, real-world tools to guide, advise, and successfully close a sale with literally any English-speaking shopper. The next time a tourist walks into your store, will you stumble over your words, or will you confidently step up and save the sale? The choice, and hey, the commission, is entirely yours.